Hello everybody. So as you probably know, philodendrons come in all kinds of sizes. Some are giants, like this 2-meter tall Philodendron Pedatum that I have to cut back all the time. And on the other end of the spectrum, you got those that decided to stay midget size, like this emerald red, silver sword and caramel Pluto philodendron. But the philodendrons I prefer are medium sized. So let me show you 10 of those right away. And for once I'll start off with the most fancy one, which is this Philodendron Malay Gold. It's actually a cutting I took some time ago and that's growing now in pon. And to be quite honest, it almost looks too good to be true. And the cherry on the cake is this variegation on one of its newest leaves. And in my opinion, if this plant would freeze in time and stay this size eternally, that would be just fine by me. Next up are these two Gloriosomes Dark form. They're co-housing in the same pot, and the bigger one is quite ambitious by producing two leaves at the same time. And once again, since I don't have a lot of space, these guys are the perfect size right now and should actually just stop growing altogether, which of course they probably won't. This juvenile Philodendron Pedatum decided to grow in such a fun way that it makes you feel instantly happy when you wake up in the morning and this is the first thing that you see. Now, of course, this is a baby of my giant Pedatum from the beginning of the video, so I'm pretty sure it won't stay this medium size. In the meanwhile, you are watching two medium-sized Philodendron Burly mark specimens. And these philodendrons, in my experience, are the biggest root producers. The one on the left grows in soil, and just look at all these roots going crazy in the soil. And then the one on the right is chilling out in pon, and let me just show you this never-ending root system. And once again, I wish these plants could stay just the way they are. Now, of course, it's the pot size that decides on the size of these plants, so I'm definitely not going to repot them on purpose. Okay, this Philodendron Burlyser 5 is a zombie, since I revived him from the dead. And all the leaves it has come from one and the same growing point at the top, which gives this plant a pretty cool look in my opinion. By the way, I featured this philodendron in my series about unpopular philodendrons, so feel free to check it out. Another absolute pon lover is this Philodendron Medisa, and I just love the color and pattern on the new leaves. And as a matter of fact, this adolescent is perfectly imitating its mother, that you can see right here, putting out a new leaf that looks just stunning. Now, this medium-sized plant is already outgrowing its pot, but I will probably cut it back because I want to keep it the size it is right now. This Philodendron Silver Sword turned out to be a hanging plant, but the problem is that I have to keep its pot well watered all the time, because if it gets too dry, the weight of the plant will make it fall over and cover my couch in pon. And to me, the Philodendron Silver Sword is one of the most easygoing philodendrons out there. Okay, next up are these two medium-sized Philodendron Golden Dragons. And I keep them in rather small pots, hoping to control their growth. But the one on the right is clearly not having any of it. And by the way, you can see that they are trying hard to get their leaves in that typical horsehead shape, but at the moment it's more the shape of a small pony. Okay, let's have a look at the next medium-sized plant. This is the Philodendron Ruby Juvenile El Choco Red. This plant slept for 1 year since it arrived at my place and just now decided to put out one new leaf. So this is definitely one of my laziest philodendrons, but all is forgiven since the leaves of this plant are just gorgeous. Finally, I want to show you one of my many aquatic philodendrons. And this specimen here is a top cutting from a Philodendron Pink Princess. And this is one of the reasons why I really like philodendrons. They are just so easygoing, you can experiment with them, display them in all kinds of different ways, and they are just happy with all of it. Okay, that's all for today's video. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and or subscribing to my channel. And I hope to see you again on my channel real soon. Bye bye.